And good morning, people. Welcome back to Persona 5 Royal. We have stolen Kanashiro's treasure. All we need to do now is wait for the change of heart, which will likely happen in 15 days once the deadline is done, because that's the way it usually works. Outside of that, it's just waiting. So, time to wait, and we're going to build up our confidants in this time period. Social stats are there that I could do, but confidence is the way I'm going this time. Well, let's get started. And I say confidence, but I can't exactly do it tonight, can I? We've just came back from the metaverse, we're tired, we need to do just a small activity, so let's clean up. Yeah, it's time to clean up.
Well then.
Plus it gives a little bit to Sujiro, which I'm not certain that I need. I think I've got enough to get him up to the next level, it's just he's not wanting to actually spend some time with me at the moment, and I think I might have missed a window to get him up as far as I could, and now I've got to wait for the next for something to happen to actually raise him as a confidant again. So I'm just going to hold off on Sujiro at the moment until I know I can raise him again as as one.
Nice. That should do it for now.
So, a couple more points in kindness. Kindness, I think, is my lowest stat at the moment. No, proficiency is. But you don't need as much in the way of proficiency to max level 5
Kanashiro truly was an evil stain on society.
as you do the other ones. So I'm not really too bothered there.
Same with Kamoshida and Madarame too. They hurt and exploited others just to satisfy their desires. Still, there were people around them who noticed their terrible deeds, weren't there? I wonder why they turned a blind eye. Why doesn't anyone help?
Sometimes just comes down to they're too scared.
So it's because they don't have the courage. Humans are so weak. Humans. Hey, do you think I'll really be able to become a human when I touch the treasure? Some memories came back. I tried to force myself to forget, but I really may not be human.
Well, just be confident.
Who do you think you're talking to?
You, so we're not really too bothered on that front either. But even if you're not exactly human, Morgana, if that's the way it turns out, can you be anyone but yourself?
Now that I think about it, I gotta be human. I am the core of the Phantom Thieves after all.
So Magician rank 5. Pickpocket. Chance to obtain an item when Joker actually performs a melee attack. Might be useful. I can't see it being too great. But there might be opportunities against weaker enemies where I just don't use SP and just attack outright and do stuff that way.
All right.
Come on, it's not good for you to stay up this late. Let's go to sleep.
We would, but we've got a cat on our bed.
speak with you. Heed his words.
You've defeated the repulsive fiend of gluttony this time. Well done. I am glad to see you have devoted yourself to your rehabilitation.
You are not worthy of such kind words, inmate. I suggest you treasure them.
Do you recall the whispers about that strange man?
Yeah, the other metaverse user.
Even a chicken could remember something that important. Don't sound so cocky about it.
This is about the cases of those people who shut down, is it not?
Indeed. I speak of another with powers similar to yours. If you are to complete your rehabilitation, you may encounter him eventually. Yet another thing for me to look forward to. It would be greatly troubling if you were to not strengthen your abilities. I shall grant you an ability befitting of your newfound growth. Consider it a gift.
So not only do we get Morgana raised, Eagle as well. Full rank 6. High Arcana Burst. We had Arcana Burst before, which gave us lots of lots of experience points when we created a persona of a confidant we already have dealings with. Well, now that experience bonus has been greatly increased. I think it's possibly double the experience bonus, so not too bad.
All right.
It's time, inmate.
Return to your world.
Hello? It's me, Makoto. Were you sleeping?
We were, but it's fine.
Thank goodness. There's something I feel I should let you know. Kanashiro contacted me.
Kanashiro?
He said he's calling off our debt. It seems he's disposed of all the photographs as well. And, my sister and her team have taken him into custody.
What?
It appears they did not want him to disappear, if you know what I mean.
His group was called a mafia after all. I wouldn't put silencing him past them.
Does this mean we were successful in changing his heart?
It's hard to say for sure yet.
I see. What about those psychotic breakdowns that Kanashiro mentioned?
I'm not sure, but I assume he was talking about the incidents that have been all over the news lately. It really may be related to the other person who has been entering palaces.
True. That said, all we can do now is wait until Kanashiro's change of heart becomes clear to us. Thank you.
So, signs are good.
Class is starting.
Of course, that doesn't actually mean we're in the clear. We've still got to wait until the timer is down. That deadline is still going to be up in the top right corner because that is a story trigger. So we're going to have to wait for them. Anyways, Mr. Ushimaru.
Well...
has been detained. Looks like we've got some free time on our hands.
What's going on?
Hey!
So free time in other classes. Kawakami will sometimes give us free time by calling teachers out of class. So a lot like when she gave us a bit of free time herself. When during other teachers' time, she will call them away, and we get to do the same things. So we can sleep, study, read, or create infiltration tools. It's right there, but might as well read it. So we just get a bit of extra free time to do various things. This is only available at Temperance rank 5. If you do not have that, you cannot get this type of free time. But if we, we will gain knowledge if we choose to study instead. Something you actually don't get if you don't get the free time, so this is still an actual gain.
What do you want to do?
So what is the plan? Infiltration tools I don't really need right now. The proficiency is nice, but I don't exactly need it. Sleep doesn't really help me at all. Studying knowledge is good, but I don't actually need it for the moment. I'm actually good on knowledge. By the end of this month, you'll see what I mean. So we're going to read. We've got a number of books here. And we're going to read The Craft of Cinema.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we're now going to gain extra social stats when watching DVDs, watching things at the cinema, that sort of thing.
All right.
And we're done.
Waste of my time.
Well, we knew it was Kawakami. How did you not?
Yep.
Yep, we probably do, because we've been watching it. Makoto was ordered by Principal Kabarikawa to look for the culprits. Us, for the Kamishida incident. We do seem to be fine for now, but we can't let our guard down. That's very, very true. Try not to stand out for a while. And Makoto usually spends some time in the student council room. Feel free to find her there. So who are we going to deal with today? We've got Arn, and we've got Ryuji. Arn we can't actually raise as a confidant yet. We're still waiting on a bit of charm for Takumi. There's still Yusuke we can deal with. And there's also Makoto now. We'll get to Makoto very soon, but today we're going to raise our time with Ryuji. Because we've got a little bit of, we've got a few things we can build up for him. Chariot rank 7 is what I'm going to be doing, and I'm likely going to be trying to focus some people down to raise them to max, which will be level 10, as soon as possible. Now, Ryuji likely will be one of the first people. Arn will be coming along very soon. But I can't neglect everyone either, so there's going to be a few others floating around in this, which I might just build up ready to go full out later. But usually for today. Going over to a gym in Shibuya.
Wanna get going? This has gotta be it.
Yeah, we've seen this place a few times, but this is the first time we've actually sort of gone here. So pay per visit, and don't worry about any contracts or anything like that. The equipment isn't good, but it's got enough variety that they can do different things.
By the way,
Did we bring our stuff? Protein powder? No? Okay. Oh, those. I don't know. I didn't pack his bag this morning.
wanna get going?
And we can now travel to the sports gym in Shibuya. I think if you did things here, you gain HP. The form's coming back, but he doesn't have the stamina right now. Also, sort of need to be careful with that leg. It never healed correctly, so he's still going to have a little bit of pain there.
Morning.
Akita. Yeah, I've got to agree with that. Bonkin. Okay. Stick with just hidden things with the mace in the metaverse, Ryuji. You're better at it. No, we went on the track team. We're just a friend. Good for him. I hope he's doing well. Supposedly the track team at Shujin Academy was fairly well built and wasn't too bad. So hopefully Akita is doing well on the university track team. Kamoshida never intended to write the letter of recommendation. That sounds like Kamoshida, doesn't it? But he enjoys where he is now. The track team that he's on isn't anything special, but he's a part of it. Shujin track team's being reinstated. That's great. Wait. Why hasn't Ryuji heard about this?
For real?
Yamauchi is the new advisor.
Huh?
Seems Ryuji knows this person. That doesn't sound good, does it? You don't sound too enthusiastic about it, Ryuji. You do seem a bit conflicted. No? Then what's the thing? Basically like a mini Kamishida. So basically he's out. Got to be up to something. And we might need to help out, which, considering we're raising Ryuji as confidant, yeah, we're going to be doing something. Chariot rank 5. Nothing gained, apart from extra experience, but building our way up to that rank 10.
All right. See ya.
You're really trying it with that, aren't you? Yeah, don't worry. We've been at this since the very start. We've got you back.
You're back.
We are.
Hey, inmate!
No, I haven't, Caroline. And I'll be spending a bit of time with you eventually, but we'll get to it. What kind of article? Some kid from school. Boy M. tells all. Oh, this is about Oya and talking to Mishima, isn't it? Probably. We did sort of push it in that direction, didn't we?
Do you think the reporter we met at Crossroads could have written it? Just as I thought. The author is listed as Ichigo Oya. I see. This article might end up being useful for us.
Okay, how so?
If the palace ruler sees it and his cognition of the Phantom Thieves changes... Hey, we'd be missing out if we didn't use this to our advantage. If we have her paint us in a positive light, public opinion of us will change for the better. You should go try and get her to write some more articles about the Phantom Thieves.
In other words, spend some time with her. So what else do we have? We've got Akechi. Not tonight. We've also got Mishima. Again, not tonight. We've got other things on our minds tonight. Mostly because, well, Kawakami is available, and we are going to be raising her as a confidant today. So, let's give her the call out.
Oh. Hi.
It should start closing down a little bit now, Kawakami. Maybe not quickly, but it's happening. Special item on the menu for us. Well,
Hey.
let's see it.
Thank you so much.
Are you okay?
Listen.
Yes, we did. Figured you'd actually do some housekeeping today to say thank you. Okay. Okay. Do you want to rest a little bit? There was that cough earlier. Now yawning. Something's definitely up here. Are you right? Really? You're worrying me over here. We literally live in a restaurant. I think eating the instant things isn't going to be too bad, especially since we're having curry a lot. They're definitely putting pressure on you, aren't they, Kawakami? Don't overdo it, please.
Besides, I'm,
Temperance rank 6, super housekeeping. So not only does not only can we call Kawakami out to do some laundry or some coffee making, we can now ask her to make curry for us or to create infiltration tools. Again, does cost the 5,000, but it allows you to do other things while this is happening.
All right.
Time saving features. Which I really should make more use of, but I'm gonna hold off for a little bit longer, I think, because there's a certain point where she sort of becomes more desirable with that. The 5,000 price tag is still expensive.
I'll see you later then.
Oh, nice. Hopefully that helps. Just don't overdo your work, because that might be doing it as well. How are you feeling right now, though? Something seems like it's not going to work there.
Well then.
Sunday. Which means we've got a number of things today.
Okay.
First up, well, there's the TV shopping. The Dark Power set. 2 black rocks and 1 black robe. All the cursed tools. 5-inch nails and some straw dolls.
Hey, hey!
I think this is all curse damage items, so here. Let's actually go for the things that we might use later with the electric chair, the Dark Power set. So, that's sold out. We'll get that tomorrow. What do we have available to us today? Takami's still not available to us. Yusuke is. Makoto. I think we're going to go with Makoto today, because Yusuke gives us some nice items, but Makoto... Yeah, we'll go with Makoto.
Hi!
And Nasty Aljiro, which means cut a couple points in guts.
Well then. Nice!
We will get to Yusuke, but yeah, we're going to go with Makoto today. It's Sunday. Her things are usually in the school, but for some reason she's just hanging out outside of it. We don't really have some time. It's a Sunday, so it's sort of closed. We've come to see you.
Do you have a minute?
You do need to have, I believe, level 4 knowledge. No, level 3 knowledge to speak to Mikoto and spend some time with her. So that is something I've already got. I don't have level 4 knowledge yet. So yeah, that puts that one out. So you do need a fair high knowledge, but we've got that, so we can spend time with her. Let's lend her an ear.
Thank you very much.
And
I'd like to talk to you about something. Do you have a moment?
apparently we've got into the school anyway, so yeah, student council and president, everyone.
Up until now, I've been the quintessential honor student. I believe I've been handling my position as student council president with ease as well. And I don't mean that in a boasting way, that's simply how I've thought about it. But in the end, I was unable to make any kind of impact with either Suzui-san or Kanashiro. Turns out there's no use for a rule-abiding honor student when things get rough. Now that I'm a member of this team, I want to do everything I can to help you all. All my studying up to this point has kept me quite narrow-minded. I think I will need to broaden my horizons somewhat.
Yeah, if you're going to understand the metaverse, the wider metaverse as a whole, which is full of everyone's feelings, it's quite a broad expanse, that might be necessary. So, what do you plan on doing?
My first step will be to learn more about the other students, but I struggle with that. There seems to be a disparity between my tastes and those of my peers.
Well, we don't really know your taste too much. We'll just be guided by you. So yeah, probably totally right.
I knew it. I don't even know where people like to go for fun. It would be nice to have a grasp of such concepts. Plus, the student council must be responsible for understanding the student body they serve, right? I don't mean that in a surveillance way. I just want to know them as people. I may be a phantom thief, but that's no excuse for me to start ignoring my presidential duties. Now, back to the topic at hand. Where do people usually go for fun?
Well, quite a few places. Movie theatre is definitely one of them.
I enjoy the movies myself sometimes. I think I prefer somewhere I'm unfamiliar with. Oh, I know. How about the arcade? I've never actually been to one. Do you think you could take me? I'm not sure if it'll broaden my horizons per se, but simply studying won't get me anywhere.
Okay, sure. Let's go now.
Thank goodness. I think I would have been totally lost in there had I gone by myself. Well, let's get going. So, this is where everyone comes to enjoy themselves. There are more girls here than I expected. Hey, over there! You play by aiming the gun at the screen, right? That actually seems somewhat realistic.
Oh, do you want to try it?
If it's okay with you, do you think you could teach me? I did it! No way!
Yeah, definitely seemed like she was getting engrossed in it.
Oh, so this is how it is.
Yeah, you were really getting into that.
Of course, that was just a game, but I wonder if I could apply some of the techniques I learned here during battle.
With the way that you analytically look at things, that might just work.
Perhaps going somewhere I don't normally frequent is what helped me come up with that idea. You know, it may only be a little bit, but I think I'm starting to understand how people pass time. Interesting. I would have never even thought about coming here before.
Yeah, but you still have much to learn.
Hey, do you think you could help me out again later? I might be able to give the team more ideas if I can gain increased knowledge outside of my studies.
Sure, look forward to it.
I need to live up to your expectations now that I've taken up your time. Perhaps it won't be immediately, but I'm sure I can be of use.
Yeah, she gives you quite a lot of information. So, do you recognize your own sister, Sai?
There must have been people who obstructed your actions as the Phantom Thieves. You managed to overcome them because you had someone who specialized in analyzing enemies. Isn't that right?
Not yet.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the priestess persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
So the priestess, Makoto Nijima. Shadow calculus. She's an analytical mind. She will see things. Shadow calculus allows you to see skills and potential item drops on the analysis screen. So that L1 on screen where we see look for or strengths and weaknesses, we'll now see skills and item drops that the enemy can use. Yeah, that screen is a whole lot of information to place on yourself now.
All right.
By the way, you went to the red light district when you were chasing after Kaneshiro, right? I'd like to go there as well. No, not for my own purposes. To tell you the truth, I recently got a report that one of our students was spotted there. I'm skeptical, but I'd like to confirm firsthand for myself. Well, it's getting late. Let's go home. Thank you.
Not a problem. Yeah, you're not exactly the worldly type, are you, Makoto? I think we're going to need to broaden your horizons a little bit. And between us, doing it as a confidant and Arn likely doing it in her own way, you should be fine. So, the red light district is next for you, is it?
All right then.
We are again, but of course we won't be spending too much time in the shop tonight. It's Sunday evening, so you know where we're going. Female shogi player, seemingly quite the skilled one. Ifumi Togo. She's a student at Kosai. Ryuji, down boy. She's not this kind of person to let others get close to her. She's commonly seen at the church over in Kanada. Or Kanda. Kanda. Yeah, down boy.
Let's ignore that idiot. Anyway, a shogi expert, huh? Striking an enemy with but a moment's inspiration? Skillfully strategizing toward victory? Those might actually be good tactics to know for our work as the Phantom Thieves. You said she's at the church in Kondo, right? We should check it out when you have the time.
And we will. Probably not for a little bit though.
All right.
Because, well, at least tonight, we've got to spend some time with Yoshida.
What are your thoughts?
We could go spend some time at the darts hall. I'm going to at some point soon, but don't really need to right now. So, do I have anything else to do here? I don't think I do. There is the fortune teller, there is still Oya. There's Yoshida, there's Hifumi, which is our shogi player. Yeah, but let's go and speak to Yoshida because he's only available on Sundays and don't really need to do anything special to actually raise him as a confidant, so yeah. And since he is on a timer, it's best to really get through that.
Everyone.
Current administration refuses to discuss their plans for the future. Really, person, you've done this a number of times. Just shut up and listen. Did Yoshida actually get to the end of what he was saying? No. You got something to say to you? Yes. Yes, we do. Just listen to what he has to say.
Yes.
Seems like we lit a fire in Yoshida as well there for a little bit. Maybe we're having an impact on him. And well, as with always, we can't just sit back. We can't stand back. We're not that type of person. Um,
You. Thank you.
seems like we've brought around someone to Yoshida's sort of just. I'm not going to say he's round to the cause, but we've changed their way of thinking of Yoshida, which isn't actually bad. That's exactly what we're trying to do in our negotiations. Sun rank 4. Coming along quite nicely.
All right.
And we also gain 3 points of charm because I'm not complaining.
I shall ask you again another time.
So we'll be back with him next week. He's been feeling alone and helpless, like the world was against him. Considering how everyone perceived him, that's not really a surprise. But he's got someone who supports him now. It's probably a breath of fresh air for him, and given him a little bit more conviction than he did before. Don't forget your own roots though. You've got a message you want to give, continue to give it.
Whew. I made it on time. I suppose I'm still safe if you're here.
Well, we haven't got to school yet.
I can't be late today, too.
Busy much?
Well, I don't deny it. I have much more work in television because of the Phantom Thieves. I have permission from my school, but it's still tough to do both. I can't keep complaining. Well, let's both do our best today.
So sorry.
The rainy season, yeah. when the rainy season ends, we say that it opens. But in English, it's more common to hear people say the rainy season comes to a close. Expressions for the weather are totally different depending on what country you're in. So, what is our question?
How about you?
Which of these animals is involved in an English idiom about the weather? It's raining cats and dogs.
This is it.
Good.
Yeah, there's also dogs weather and a few others involving that as well.
Nice going!
There's also the saying that the weather's only good for ducks, but ducks wasn't an option there. So yeah, more points in knowledge. So, Monday 27th.
Why I hate rainy season.
Maruki is available. Yusuke is available. Well, it says Maruki's available.
I'll just add this.
Let's go show why he is not.
By the way, I'm somewhat interested. So prove me true. Is that for real? I'm somewhat interested.
So, Maruki here.
Air pressure's been dropping. Ah, yes.
Research has been going well. We've been a huge help.
I'm sorry.
But he's really busy, so we have to wait for the moment. Basically, that means we can't raise our confidant with Maruki for a while. And by a while, I believe it's September, when we'll be able to actually raise him as a confidant again. So not only do we have a sort of time limit until November for Maruki, we've got a large period between now and September where we can't actually do anything with him. So it's going to be a little bit tight later on. We are level 5 with him though, so it's not too bad. If we tried to do everything at the end, it would have been a bit more dangerous. And a little bit more difficult to raise him up fully. But we don't need to worry about that. So, yeah. So instead, what are we going to do? We're going to continue... Well, today's an actual odd day. We don't need to do anything with Maruki for sure. But we're not going to do anything with Yusuke as well. It's a multiple 27. Well, it's a day ending in 27, so... It's a day ending in 7. Let's get it correct. So 777, the convenience store, is on the table for extra charm. So that is where we're going tomorrow. Or today. Or next time. So until then, have a wonderful day. Have lots of fun. Goodbye.
I should write something.